Well, in manners, it's the first course in our Manners to Morals curriculum, and all first-year scholars take manners, and the scholars will gain mastery in personal manners like handshaking and introducing friends to friends or friends to parents, as well as table manners, so they can use those skills when they leave DECATS. That's being a master of a skill, is being able to use it in all situations.
This year with executive functioning, I've really enjoyed the students. I've enjoyed just their higher level of thinking on certain issues that we've discussed. I really enjoy the course as well because it deals with real life aspects. They can actually take what they learned from this class and apply it to real life using those skills that were taught to them.
Wellness is teaching scholars to take control of their health and their well-being. It's about helping them to take active part in their nutrition, in their stress relief, in exercise, and how to work it all in and make it come together, something that's very doable for them, and how to live a healthy lifestyle for themselves.
Values and Morals is the fourth year of the Manners to Morals curriculum, and it's a course where the scholars learn to be strong leaders and everything that entails as far as giving back to the community and what characteristics and traits they will most value in their leadership. I hope they take away from Values and Morals that giving back is just as important as getting, and that every choice they make as a leader or a follower has a consequence that follows up with that.
The focus of As Seen on TV was commercial making, and we started the process by looking at marketing techniques used by advertisers to get us to buy into their products or their ideas. We spent a few days on that. We watched various commercials and the students identified the different techniques. After that, we went into actually making the commercials with the different technology tools. The scholars had the opportunity to have that real-world experience of working collaboratively with other people on their projects. So it was a great process for them and a good experience for them to learn how to work together and come to agreements and consensus on different things. I hope the scholars take away a great understanding of marketing techniques and have that awareness, and when they watch commercials or read advertisements, they know that marketers are trying to persuade them.
Blood and Guts is a basic biology dissection course. Over the course of the class, we dissect many different organisms. We start with a simple organism like the starfish and work our way up to the fetal pig. We hope the scholars take away a renewed love of science and a set of specialized techniques to help them with tough problems.
The kids are so excited about chess. Just every day they're asking me, running up to me, doing stuff like, "Hey, what are we gonna learn tomorrow?" Saying stuff like, "Oh, I love chess." You know, I just hear that a lot. They're running up to me, so excited about chess. Every day we're learning something new, and the kids are really into it. I hope they take away the critical thinking they've learned. They really learn to enjoy the process of learning and critical thinking, and they are really into it. I hope they take away a passion for learning chess.
Coco Loco is a cooking course in which students learn how to cook from recipes that have chocolate and other sweets. Our class was very creative this year because we set it up as a rotation where we divided the kids into groups, and each group had a certain task they had to complete for that day. For example, 2 groups may be cooking as well as 2 other groups working on their recipe books, in which they use scrapbooking techniques to complete that task. And of course, every day some group came away with something delightful that they could take home and enjoy with their family and friends. I would like for the scholars to take away working as a group, following instructions from a recipe, and then of course having their own personal recipe book that they may refer to recreate those recipes that we did during class.
The mission for Colossal Creativity is to use the studio as an experimental laboratory where scholars have the opportunity to experience freedom again and again and again. We hope the students take away from the class is that they can use creativity as a place to rest, relax, and de-stress. The scholars also need to know that creativity has no right or wrong, and that no matter what they're exploring or experimenting with, that it is always right. We also want the scholars to know that they can always find a friend in creativity regardless of where they are in their life. In Comic Creations, we work on producing a comic book. To accomplish this goal, we explore expressing emotions and illustrating gestures. We also spend time working on storylines and moving those into a comic format. Our hopes are the scholars will use the comics to explore their imagination and dreams. In Design Dreams, we teach the scholars about geometry and architecture. We incorporate the two and help the scholars use them to build their own house. We hope the scholars apply what they have learned in this class and use the principles that they learned in their walk with Christ, that their dreams should be built on Him.
Dreamsicles is all about learning how to cook different desserts and candies, and the challenging thing about it is we do mostly no-cook recipes. So the kids have to learn how to do things without using a stove and oven, which can be really good because it's safe. They can go home and safely make recipes for their families, so it's really a cool class. I hope they take away more confidence and in their abilities to be able to go and make different recipes, and they learn measuring, they're better with measurements, and just they carry that confidence and the ability to be able to make special things for their families and different events.
DreamWorks is a creative writing class that focuses on all different types of writing, anything from poetry poetry to short stories to focusing on what good authors do to make their writing informative. And we've exposed them to a lot of different types. And the final project that we've had them create is a PowerPoint presentation based on the secret knowledge of grown-ups. And we've had them create their own stories called Kid Advice to Adults. And they've all come up with creative titles, and they're using PowerPoint to do it, and they're using clip art and animations. And what we hope they've walked away from is that writing doesn't always have to be just about writing a story down on a piece of paper. You can do creative things with it too, using computers.
EcoArtsy is a course designed for the scholars to bring in recyclables. They are going to create some form of article of clothing that they can wear and proudly display. This course is meant to give the scholars an idea of how much they waste on a daily basis. We hope the scholars take away from this course a sense of how much trash they use in any given day. This is Get in the Game. In this course, the scholars learn about probability, number sense, and teamwork. We discuss how probability works in board games with dice and in card games. Scholars use the board games Risk, Clue, and Monopoly to learn about these. At the end of the course, the scholars also took the time and built their own board game. Give My Regards to Broadway is a theatrical course that is putting together a version of the Broadway production of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The scholars have accomplished so much this year in such a short period of time for this production. We hope the scholars take away from this class a sense of teamwork and community, to where no matter how small the part, it is a very important part. Glogster is a new course at DECATS this year. It is an internet-based course where the scholars have opportunities to make web-based projects and web pages. We hope the scholars take away from this course that technology is such an important part in today's world that there is a safe way to have fun with it and to not be afraid to use it. History's mysteries make scholars detectives. They become detectives of the Mystery Monster Institute. To do this, we dive into the mysteries behind Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, and aliens. We hope the scholars take away critical thinking skills by taking in both sides of the argument and making decisions for themselves. This is I Dare Say. In this course we focus on audience etiquette, elements of speeches, stage fright, self-esteem, and nonverbal communication. We hope the scholars come out of this course with a better ability to give speeches. We also hope that from this, their self-esteem will rise and they are able to focus as they give great speeches.
And it's all in the cards. We learn about good sportsmanship, we talk about fair play, and then we learn a little bit about the history of cards and how they came about to the United States. And then we move on to actually playing card games, and we've learned spades and hearts and crazy eights. And throughout the time that we play, we've also introduced different personalities into our card games, and we talk about the effects that different personalities have on the games that we play, and we actually had the scholars act out different personalities while playing the different games. And we'd like the scholars to take away, first of all, the games that they've learned, and they can go back and play them with their families, and secondly, a good sense of fair play and what good sportsmanship means.
Kaboom is a chemistry class that takes everyday materials and makes them into fun experiments. Masquerade is a course that gives the scholars an opportunity to cast their faces and express their feelings and emotion by using color and plaster. We hope the scholars come away from this course with a newfound love of art, different ways to create things with plaster, and the idea of trusting in your partner.
Noteworthy is an incredible class. This year we're combining the choir and last year's Noteworthy class, which is sort of more karaoke oriented, and we're having just an incredible experience of singing and dancing. And the biggest part is that this course is primarily scholar driven, so they really just go over the top and they're creating their own routines, they're singing their own songs, and everything that you see that they do on stage they've put together start to finish basically on their own. Well, I hope that they will really increase their level of self-awareness, creativity, and that they just will raise their level of artistic ability as well. I'm just incredibly blown away by everything that they're doing, and I hope that we can continue to increase the quality of the productions and everything that this course does in the future.
Possible is an exploration in freedom by using the creative process. And we use the creative process as a laboratory where we can use the entire course to explore for experimentation where there's no rights, no wrongs, and we encourage the scholars to take risks, to be able to use the creative process to develop their inner wisdom and their inner reliance on their own knowledge, their own guidance, their own creativity. What I hope they take away from the course is a love of creating, a feeling of safety in being able to create and explore new ideas, to think outside the box, and to know that the creativity is a place of experimenting, and they have the freedom to just try things without the stress and anxiety of being right and getting things correct.
So What is a course where the scholars work on teamwork and problem solving to create different projects. And some of the projects that we had this year were a pin cushion. I worked on hand stitching. The other project that we worked on was a drawstring backpack. And finally we had a Dare to Dream Up a New project where the scholars used bandanas to create their own creation. I hope they take away how much fun it can be just to create your own item, and I hope they take away problem solving and using the same old DECATS standards of asking for help when you need it, and realizing that you have the answer inside of you.
This is spatial design. In this class, our effort is to build functional space. We want the scholars to understand how items work together in a room. We explore how to do this with color coordination, furniture function, and ambiance, and how they all work together. We want the scholars to take away a sense of their own personal creativity and their ability to put form and function together, to build something new and that they have come up with. Icky, sticky, ooey, and gooey, where all things sticky and gooey come into play. For instance, we made Kool-Aid Play-Doh, which starts off sticky and gooey, and finally gets smooth. We also made Nickelodeon green slime, Silly Putty, and sticky duct tape wallets as a craft. All things icky, sticky, ooey, and gooey. We hope the scholars take away that texture, scent, and all things ooey and gooey can also be fun, as well as learn a little about science.
Team Adventure is a course on leadership in the outdoors. It's taking ideas of what you would do in the outdoors and applying them to your life where you are and developing leadership skills. I hope the scholars take with them leadership components such as trust, communication, critical thinking skills, and fun, and learning to take a risk on adventures, and but within the grounds of safety, and knowing about themselves most of all.
Different games going. It's frisbee golf, pillow polo, and lacrosse. The kids are learning each sport. They're having a blast doing it, and they're out here learning the intricacies of the games. Oh, I hope they just use this course, to get out that energy of being a kid and having fun, and learning a new game.
This course is Up, Up, and Away, where we explore Newton's 3 laws of motion. To explore these 3 laws, we use hot air balloons, catapults, helium balloons, and rockets to test and find out how they work. We hope the scholars take away a spirit of teamwork and how to work together to build things and get things done, as well as a better understanding of Newton's 3 laws of motion.
Waltzing with the Stars is about scholars working together to learn the pieces and parts of an ancient art of waltzing and putting those together in a beautifully crafted dance, and along the way making friends, having fun, and gaining some self-confidence.
In Your Dreams in Perspective, we discuss dreams of goals in life, we discuss dreams that they have while they're sleeping, and then we created a dream book, and they documented all of that information in the dream book and then brought that to the classroom for discussion for future projects. I hope that the scholars take from this course the ability to think about their dreams, process their dreams, draw their dreams, and then we talked about doing it in 3D where they draw to a vanishing point using horizon line, and their final project is those thoughts put together on a large scale to a vanishing point.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our 2010 DECATS closing assembly. A celebration of your loved ones' intelligence, your children's intelligence, critical thinking, and their wonderful acts of kindness and love. As we begin every year, we take our stones that have been awarded in all of the individual courses individually, and corporately once a week, we add them to our stone jar here. And so we will take everything that's been collected this last week and we're going to add it to all of the stones that you see there. For those of you that aren't familiar, this represents the 3 colors you'll see on the wall. Acts of kindness, that's our heart light stone for acts of kindness and love. We have a gold stone, that's our guiding light stone for acts of intellect and critical thinking. And then you can be awarded a silver stone, that's our guiding light stone for acts of leadership. You'll hear more about that later on in the closing celebration, but right now we'd like to begin, as we always do, with our stone processional. Scholars, scholars. You ready to celebrate? Now, exactly. We've got a lot to do today, this morning, and you're going to be a big part of helping us show what we do in DECATS to all these beautiful people that brought you here to support you this morning. We're going to get things going like we always do with some singing and some movement, and I certainly don't mind if some of you scholars would like to take the stage, but you must remember our standard of movement. Keep it safe. No jumping, no pushing, all right? Just keep your wits about you, and when you go back and seat, please, real important, you stay all the way inside the blue tape. All of your toes, because there's like, it's dangerous out here. It's electronic field comes by and shocks you, okay? Keep your toes and fingers and all that. It's the shark zone there. Okay, so let's stand and sing. Here we go. Here we go. Gonna have a celebration. Lift your voice and shout. Come on. Gonna have a celebration. Get on your feet. You gotta let it out. Sing. Gonna have a celebration. Holding nothing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us all begin to, come on, celebrate. Celebrate this life we're living. Celebrate. Celebrate this day we're giving. Celebrate. Me and you in this together. Don't hesitate. Let it all out and celebrate. Come on. Gonna have a celebration. Lift your voice and shout. Have a celebration. Get on your feet. You gotta let it out. Sing. Gonna have a celebration. Holding nothing in. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us all begin to celebrate. Come on. Celebrate this life we're living. Celebrate. Celebrate this day we're giving. Celebrate. Me and you in this together. Don't hesitate. Let it all out and celebrate. How about a little celebration morning dance? Come on, baby. Gonna have a celebration, lift your voice and shout. Come on, come on. Gonna have a celebration, get on your feet, you gotta let it out, sing. Gonna have a celebration, holding nothing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, let us all begin to celebrate. Celebrate this life we're living. Come on, celebrate. Celebrate this day we're living. Celebrate. Me and you in this together. Don't hesitate. Let it all out and celebrate. Just let it all out and celebrate. Just let it all out and celebrate. Come on, sing it with me, come on. I told the jungle doctor, now that school is through. I told the jungle doctor, boy, it feels good. And then that jungle doctor told me what to do, cause he said, ooh, you, this, that, I'm gonna be careful, ooh, this, that, I'm gonna decaf, ooh, this, that, I'm gonna decaf. I told the jungle doctor I didn't understand. I told the jungle doctor, and then that jungle doctor told me what to do, cause he said, ooh, this, that, I'm gonna decaf, ooh, this, that, I'm gonna decaf. He said, ooh, this, that, I'm gonna decaf, ooh, this, that, I'm gonna decaf. You know what? They're just sitting there. We should really teach them how to do ooh-ee. So turn around, face the folks. Look them right in the face. Come on, adults, stand to your feet. Let's try it. We'll go slow. We know we're trained professionals into this. Trained professionals. We'll get you through it. It's real easy. We'll go slow because you go ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, ought to go to DECATS, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, ought to go to DECATS, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, ought to go to DECATS, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, ought to go to the next verse. I told the jungle doctor that's really good advice. I told the jungle doctor. And then that jungle doctor looked me in the eyes and he said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, I'm gonna DECATS. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, I'm gonna DECATS. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, I'm gonna DECATS. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, this, that, I'm gonna DECATS. This, that, I'm gonna on. Shake some hands out there. Good morning. Good morning. Another day to share with you. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, scholars. I know you know each other. Look at all those people out there. Go shake some hands. Good morning. Good morning. Another day to share with you. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. I found a friend we're gonna stick like glue. Good morning. Good morning to you. Come on, shake some hands. Good morning. Good morning. Another day to share with you. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. I found a friend who'll stick like glue. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Another day to share with you. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. I found a friend gonna stick like glue. Good morning. Good morning to you. Well, I got joy down in my heart, deep, deep down in my heart. Spell it J-O-Y down in my heart, deep, deep down in my heart. Jesus put it there, and nothing can define. I got joy down in my heart, deep, deep down in my heart. Good morning, good morning. Another day to share with you. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. I found a friend gonna stick like glue. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. Please welcome to the stage, good morning to you, the director of our DECATS program, Mr. John Maroney.
Good morning. Welcome scholars, welcome parents, siblings, family members, grandparents, friends. So glad you're here with us to enjoy our closing celebration. I'm feeling very grateful today. I'm grateful for DeBusk Foundation. And so I want to thank Mr. Emmanuel DeBusk and DeBusk Foundation for providing the funds year after year, 16 years in a row, so that DECATS can happen. So would you join me in thanking the DeBusk Foundation? Now, you might think that this is the assistant program director for DECATS. You might think that, and you'd be right. But this is also the principal of St. Rose of Lima. And I'm also feeling very grateful to St. Rose, to Father Clint Ressler, the pastor, to Ms. Kathy Stephen, the principal, for being wonderful hosts to us. Very helpful, very supportive, wonderful hospitality. We really found a wonderful home here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Happy to have you. Absolutely. Yay.
I'm also grateful for an incredible team of mentors. The staff this year has worked very hard to provide 110% to give your scholars a great experience. Thank you all very, very much. I'm grateful for you scholars for taking chances, for daring to dream, for getting out of your comfort zone, for really working hard at your learning. Very, very proud, and I know your parents are too. Let's hear it for the scholars, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you, parents, for sharing your scholars with us for 3 weeks. It's our great privilege and great joy. We really, really enjoy working with your scholars. Let's hear it for the parents. Apparently, some of the scholars are grateful too, because I received some thank you letters, and I would like to share a few that are wonderful. I'm good. Dear Mr. Baroni, thank you so much for teaching us manners. I never knew that small talk was existing. The banquet was marvelous and the food was great. My manners have improved so much I feel like James Bond. I'm so happy I have y'all here at DECATS. Okay. Dear Mr. Baroni and all the mentors, thanks so much for helping us and supporting us through these last 3 weeks. We were new and you helped us. We were lost and you showed us the way. For all this and much more, we are truly grateful. P.S. Lunch and manners rocks. Thank you for planning DECATS for us, and thank you for teaching us manners and other things. Even though I had a few difficulties, you still taught us. Thank you for everything. I've had so much fun at DECATS. Thanks for working long and hard all year just to teach us here. We're not the only gifted ones here. You and all the others are very gifted. Sincerely, a scholar. Thank you, scholars. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to sit back and relax and enjoy watching some performances of your scholars from your courses. We're going to start with a parade by Eco Artsy.
Hi, we're Eco Artsy, and we make costumes out of recycled material. We're going to present them to you.
You find the fun and snap the jobs again. Becomes a piece of cake, a lark, a spring. It's very clear to see. Girls, the medicine, down, just a spoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Eco Artsy. Great. I wanna reach up and touch the sky. I wanna reach down and touch the ground. I wanna reach all around me, side to side, front and back. Now don't you cry, 'cause we're all living on this big blue marble. What a world it is, and we're having lots of fun moving around the sun. Come on, move around the sun a little bit. I wanna reach up and touch the sky. I wanna reach down and touch the ground. I wanna reach all around me, side to side, front and back. Now don't you hide. We're all living on this big blue marble. What a world it is. And we're having lots of fun moving around the sun. School's out in summertime. School's out in summertime. It's our vacation and we're doing just fine. Going to DECATS with all of my friends. This is where the fun begins. Come on. I wanna reach up and touch the sky. I wanna reach down and touch the ground. I wanna reach all around me, side to side, front and back. Now don't you hide. We're all living on this big blue marble. What a world it is. And we're having lots of fun moving around the sun. Moving around the sun. Moving around the sun. I may not fly like Superman, drive a car like Batman, swing like Spider-Man into the sky. I may not be a superhero, but that don't mean, 'cause I have the power to change the world. I put this life in me to change the world. Just you wait and see, I'll change the world. It's gonna be me who change the world. I may not look like Wonder Woman, be as fast as Flash Zoom, swim like Aquaman under the sea. I may not be a superhero, but that don't mean, 'cause I have the power to change the world. I put this life in me to the world, and just we wait and see, I'll change the world. One day it's gonna be me who'll change the world. I may not look like a butterfly, but sting like a honeybee. The darkness gonna feel the power of my punch, greater than Muhammad Ali. I may not sparkle like the dazzle, stretch like Elastic Girl, grab like a Hulk when he turns green. I may not be a superhero, but that don't mean, 'cause I have the power to change the world. I'll put this life in me to change the world. Just you wait and see, I'll change the world. It's gonna be me who change the world. What we gonna do? What will change the world? What? Come on, can't hear you. We'll change the world. We'll change the world. We'll change the world. We'll change the world. Thank you, beautiful scholars. Our next course presentation is a delightful one to enjoy, listen to, and to watch perform. And I believe they'll introduce their course. Go ahead.
This is Waltzing with the Stars, and today we will be showing you the various waltz steps we have learned over the past 3 weeks.
These scholars will demonstrate the rolling twinkle. These scholars will demonstrate the he goes, she goes. These scholars will demonstrate the toss across. These scholars will demonstrate the roll in, roll out. Public Box. And this has been Waltzing with the Stars.
Congratulations, y'all did great. They had some obstacles to overcome this year where they rose to the occasion and just made it work. So we're proud of the great leadership that they showed and demonstrated. Okay, scholars, we got to move around a little bit, all right? You got to find you a partner. And this is one that you may go out and seek someone sitting in a chair and you may make them do this dance with you. You have my permission, okay? Because you're my brother, you're my friend. You're my beginning and my end. You're all around me when the world just turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day. Come on. You're the rain that washed my blues away. Well, I can always count on you, because you're my brother, sister, you're my friend. Some of you can join them on the stage if you'd like. That's okay. Find you a new partner. Come on. Because you're my brother, you're my friend. You're my beginning and my end. You're all around me when the world just turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day. You're the rain that washed my blues away. Well, I can always count on you, because you're my brother, sister, you're my friend. Okay, by now, parents, you've caught on to what we're doing. So come on, stand and join us. Introduce yourself to the person next to you and make them your brother or your friend. Come on, give it a try with us. There's no right or wrong, there's only do. Give it a try. Because you're my brother, you're my friend. You're my beginning and my end. You're all around me when the world just turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day. You're the rain that washed my blues away. Well, I can always count on you, because you're my brother, sister, you're my friend. Okay, you can switch it up, new partner, scholars. Because you're my brother, you're my friend. You're my beginning and my end. You're all around me when the world just turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day. You're the rain that washed my blues away. Well, I can always count on you, because you're my brother, sister, you're my friend. One more time, switch it up. Because you're my brother, you're my friend. You're my beginning and my end. You're all around me when the world just turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day. You're the rain that washed my blues away. Well, I can always count on you, because you're my brother, sister, you're my friend. Great job, scholars. Thank you, folks. It's time for every boy and girls event they've been waiting for since yesterday. It is time for the Golden Plunger! Will it be the boys? Will it be the girls? As you see, those that don't understand, in case this is your first year, we do, to motivate keeping the restrooms clean, because with 300 people, that's hard to do. It's a challenge. We simply award a golden plunger each day to the boys or the girls group of restrooms that have the cleanest restrooms. This is a professional grade plunger and golden plunger, and we can for parents that really need this motivation at home, as always, we do sell home golden plunger kits that you can use complete with music and CD and my verbiage to just keep the motivation going along at home. So anyway, we have a tie right now. We've got the boys have 5 plungers, the girls have 5 plungers. So this announcement's going to be pretty critical to them. And so our GAs, under the leadership of our trained plunger inspector, that's Bob up there on the billboard. He could not be here today with us, but he's helped train them and to know exactly how to do this. And so, who do you think? You've got a plunger. Does that mean it's a guy's? Oh, we're going to do, instead of our victory lap, because it's kind of hard, problematic, we're going to do a victory wave, or the victory flush across, according to whoever won. So, wait a minute. So, if Kevin Holm, that doesn't mean the boys win? I see girls up there. Tell us about the toilets yesterday, the restrooms. What did y'all see?
Well, they were pretty close, so it's going to be...
Pretty close? Like, sometimes, tell the parents exactly how close it was sometimes. Like, to pick the winner, we had to be how picky?
It was like this much. We had to make a decision, but...
But when you say this much, that leaves too much to the imagination, so please qualify that. What you mean, like, what was this much that you saw that inched the other one forward?
It could be a piece of paper, water. Usually it's water. It usually comes down to water.
Right. Of course, you will automatically never win if you had the what? The cursed what? Unflushed toilet. No unflushed toilets. So, let's see. So today's 2010 DECATS Golden Plunger Award goes to...
It's a tie.
No way! How was it a tie?
It was even yesterday. That both had one restroom that was spotless and the other had some water in it, and it was even.
So I guess this year we go down in history as having the boys win and the girls win. So everybody gets to do the victory wave. Come on, y'all can do better than that and make some noise. Boys and girls, you should be excited. We got it. Miss Steven wants to work hard. Well, congratulations, everyone. Thank you for your hard work. Everybody praise him, get together and sing it. He's the reason that we're standing, jamming. He's the reason that we put our hands together. Everything that breathes, come now and praise the Lord. You know what? I've been watching you sing all week. There's no need. Why don't you turn and sing that way? Let them hear you, all right? Come on. Everybody praise him, get together and sing it. He's the reason that we're standing, jamming. He's the reason that we put our hands together. Everything that breathes, come now and praise the Lord. Whom the sun sets free, with whom the sun sets free. He or she is free indeed. Now I'm walking in the light of his love, and I'm gonna live forever in heaven. Air guitar. Everybody praise him, get together and sing it. He's the reason that we're standing, jamming. He's the reason that we put our hands together. Everything that breathes, come down and praise the Lord. Whom the sun sets free, 'cause whom the sun sets free, he or she is free indeed. Now I'm walking in the light of his love, and I'm gonna live forever in heaven above. And dance, come on! dreaming doesn't end with DECATS, but it's just the beginning. All right, beautiful people, parents, family, friends, we have our next presentation.
This is noteworthy. We're a performing class, obviously, and we're gonna sing and dance. And we have a surprise ending for you.
I wanna set the world on fire until it's burning right for you. It's everything that I desire. Can I be the one you use? Been small, but you are big enough. Am weak, but you are strong enough to take my dreams. Come and give them wings, Lord, with you. There's nothing I cannot do. Nothing I cannot do. I wanna feed the hungry children and reach across the fatherless land until the broken there is healing and mercy in my Father's hands. I am small, but you are big enough. I am weak, but you are strong enough to take my dreams. Come and give them wings, Lord. bow, chicka bow wow. That's what my baby said. Bow, bow, bow. Heart starts pumping. Chicka, chicka, choo-wah. Never gonna stop. Kitty, kitty, you. He said, I love you. My baby's got her own way of talking. Whenever she says something sweet, and she knows in my world she's a rockin'. My vocabulary's incomplete. I know it may sound confusing. Sometimes I wish you could get to me straight, but I never feel like I'm losing. I take the time to translate. Here's what I'm talking about. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. That's what my baby said. Bow, bow, bow. And my heart starts pumping. Chicka, chicka, choo-wah. Never gonna stop. Gitcha, gitcha, cool means that I love you, but I don't know what to do. But I think I can get through. So I say I love you. She said I guess you do you still. Don't need a dictionary. Don't need a dictionary. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. That's what my baby says. Bow, bow, bow. And my heart starts pumping. Chicka, chicka, choo-wah. Never gonna stop. Gitcha, gitcha, goo means that I love you. I said bow, chicka, bow, wow. That's what my baby said. Bow, bow, wow. And my heart starts pumping. Chicka, chicka, choo-wah. Never gonna stop. Gitcha, gitcha, goo means that I love you. Gitcha, gitcha, goo means that I love you. Gitcha, gitcha, goo means that I love you, baby, baby, baby. Gitcha, 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 goo means that I love you. Why can't you see you belong with me? Every time you leave to let you back all this time, I could not know.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Noteworthy. Incredible work, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Like so many other things we see here at DECATS. Well, as they're getting the stage ready for that, why don't you just take a chance to stand and stretch for a second right where you're at? Scholars, that'll give you a chance to stretch.
Okay, scholars, have a seat. We'll go on with the show. Okay. Pretty exciting day, isn't it? Yeah. It's great. Thank you. Parents, some things take a whole semester. Some things take a whole year. But some things only take 3 weeks, wouldn't you say? We're so proud of your children. I know you are too. And we want to give you the chance to share your pride. Mr. Sharp?
Absolutely. We began this morning with our stone processional, where all the scholars brought stones collectively that they had been awarded in their class courses all throughout this past week. We added that to our stone jar. When we started that jar, scholars, remember it was what? It was empty. And I see a myriad of colors. I see some silver and some gold and some red. So that means during DECATS, there's been a whole lot of loving and critical thinking and leadership going on. And those are the pillars that are going to get you through life. So I'm just encouraged by looking at that jar and seeing it so full. Parents, we want to invite you to join us in this award part of our ceremony by awarding stones to your scholars according to the 3 categories. And you don't have to worry about forgetting because they're right over there on the wall. You'll see the red stone is our Heart Light stone for acts of kindness and love. Our gold stone is our guiding light for acts of intellect, critical thinking. And then our silver stone is our guiding light for acts of leadership. This year we chose a role model for each stone. And we can show you the slides for that. Our Heart Light stone was represented this year by Mother Teresa because of her acts of kindness and charity. Our gold stone was our guiding light stone. Our bright light stone. That was represented this year by Thomas Edison. You'll see that quote there. And then we had our silver stone represented by Dr. Martin Luther King. So those were our 3 role models that we used to try to set the standard for what each of these stones mean. So, and if you need some support, you'd like to give one, but you're not quite sure, you don't really quite remember, we love to give support here. So feel free to just raise your hand or come on up and stand on one of the sides here and make your way up on the stage, and we'll be glad to let you award the stone. Go ahead.
I want you to stand up, Kayla. Sorry. It's my daughter, Kayla Lubecki. This is her last year as a scholar at DECATS. She's my second child to go through the program. I'm going to get emotional about this. I'm very proud of her. I love her so much. This has been one of the best experiences as a family that we've ever had, and I'm so glad to be here. Hopefully she'll be able to come back as a mentor's assistant next year, but it's been great. Thank you so much.
I hope you come back, Kayla. I want you to come back. We just keep it flowing. And scholars, we may give you a chance, but let's get all the parents that would like to each opportunity. Mentors, you too, you may award it as well.
I would like to give this silver leadership stone to my daughter, Catherine, because she leads by example, by following the rules and doing the right thing.
Hi, my name is Donna Lambert. My husband and I have spent 6 glorious years with Mr. Baroni and Miss Stevens here and our 2 scholars. I'd like to give a gold stone to both Mr. Baroni and Miss Stevens. I'd like to give a silver stone to all of the wonderful mentors and a red stone to both Dylan and Denton Lambert. Thank you for 6 years.
Hello. I would like to give the silver stone for all the great leadership that Mr. Baroni and all the mentors every year have done here. My children have had a wonderful time and grown so much. So thank you for all your time and talent. I would also like to award the red stone to my daughter Valerie Pinetti. This is her 3rd year here, and she has worked very hard in Perspectives 3 with the fundraiser bake sale that they had yesterday, and she put a lot of joy and her creativity to good use in advertising. Thank you.
This is my daughter Maya's 3rd year at DECATS, and when she came here, she was a shy, not very confident young lady. And now after 3 years of being with DECAT and the tremendous support she got here, she has become a leader at her new school. She is a great aunt to a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. She takes care of them. She got very involved in the bake sale yesterday. My kitchen still has flour everywhere. We're trying to clean up from that. So I'm going to give 1 stone for Maya for the growth that she's gotten, the silver stone. But I also want to give a stone to both Mr. Baroni and Ms. Stevens for putting together this program. Thank you very much. And to all the mentors that she had over the last 3 years, thank you. Simple words, but heartfelt, because you gave me the daughter that I saw, and then now she sees. So thank you very much.
My name is Chris Castillo, and my daughter Veronica has been with DECATS. This is her 3rd year. We typically end DECATS around her birthday, but today is her birthday, and she wanted to basically express her appreciation for all that everybody here does for her at DECATS, especially all her mentors, Kathy Stephen and John Baroni. So I'd like to give them a stone of leadership, because without their leadership and all of their education background and everything that they bring to our children, we wouldn't be where we are right now with DECATS. So this goes to you guys. And then I wanted to give Veronica Stone and Elizabeth. I have Elizabeth here. This is her first year, and she tends to be very shy. And she's my middle child, and Veronica and my youngest child they tend to be very outspoken. So Elizabeth this year, just in the 3 weeks she's been here, has blossomed. And it's amazing to see her come out of her shell just in the last 3 weeks. So this goes to Veronica and Elizabeth for all the love that they give me and all the love that they've showed my family and all their friends. Thank you.
I'd like to echo the same sentiments everyone else has expressed in terms of the leadership here and what they have done with these children. It's been an amazing process to watch. This is my daughter Emily's first year to be here, and I know she'll be back again and again and again. And I hope my son Jordan in a few years will have the same opportunity she's been afforded. And I chose a Redstone because Emily has a lot of love in her heart, and I have a lot of love for you.
Hi, I have 4 stones, 2 silver stones and 2 red stones for Stephanie and Paul. Stephanie, this is your 4th year at DECATS, and Paul's is your 1st year at DECATS. I want to give them both a silver stone because they've shown leadership at home. Stephanie has helped her brother on his 1st year. All the things about DECATS, she wanted to make sure that he was comfortable at DECATS with everybody. And also, she made sure that she set up the alarm clock every morning, and they both made their lunch every morning also. And the red stones are because they combine the leadership, but most of all the love. They both help each other, everything coming to DECATS. Paul then started teaching Stephanie how to play chess, and Paul asked me more often to help me with my computer or things out of the car. So thank you, and here's the stones for them.
Y'all have the cheat sheet on that side.
We can.
I'm not sure if I got the right one.
Just ask for support. Raise your hand.
I'm Linda Hobson. I'm Thomas Sutherland's mom. I'm going to make him stand. This is his last year as a scholar at DECATS. And he's not standing. He's on the very end over here. And he's had a wonderful experience. And I have 2 stones. One is for the bright light. Thomas works very hard to make everyone around him laugh. And he's always inventing that next joke or that next laugh. And so I want to give him the bright light for that. And then I also want to give the heart light to his teachers. I know that's not the right word. Mentors, thank you. To his mentors, because they have truly mentored him. He's not the child that can always remember things very easily. And so helping to give him the tools to remember, to bring his lunch kit home, his lines for Broadway and whatnot have been truly heartfelt for him. So thank you.
Hi, my name is Monica, and I have two scholars here today this year. John, this is his 1st year, and he was very, very nervous at first. But I want to give him a bright light because if it wasn't for all your hard work and trying really, really hard, you wouldn't be here. And I want to give the guiding light and the heart light to his sister. This is her last year. And she's a wonderful, wonderful child. And I thank God for her every day.
I need to award a red stone to my daughter Monica. It's her 4th and last year here at DECATS. As a family, we've been here for 7 years. Her brother came before her. And this has been a big part of our lives. It's something we've looked forward to every summer. I want to award her a red stone for just having the biggest heart of anyone I've ever known. She's a great friend. She's a great daughter. And I love her. I also have a red stone for Mr. Baroni, Miss Stevens, and the entire group of mentors. It takes some kind of heart to put together a program like this and keep it going and engage everyone to the level they do.
Thank you. Please come on forward to the stage. I'm glad we've got everybody here. We'll give all these parents on stage an opportunity to award a stone, but we want to let you know, don't let this be the only moment to let your child know how much they've touched you or their siblings in these ways. During your tour today, let your scholar know which one you would give them from your heart. So take advantage of that opportunity, please.
My name is Timmy Fishman, and my son is Zachary Fishman, and he is a second-year scholar. I am going to give a Heartlight stone to his mentors this year for sharing their talent and the intellect that they gave him. He has come home, he's had so much fun. And then my next stone is the Heartlight stone for love, because what I love about it is that he's come home and he shared that intellect with others. We have made 2 trips to Walmart to buy duct tape and craft sticks. We have catapults out the air, and he's made 2 flowers, catapults for his brother, catapults for his friend. We have colored duct tape. He made roses and sunflowers, but that love that he shares and that intellect, it's been wonderful. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Victoria Dalton, and I want to award a gold stone to my son, Seth. This is his 4th year. I'm awarding this to him for critical thinking. The first year that he came, he was totally comatose the first few days when he was home. I didn't think he'd make it. And Daria James and I became best friends because I was here every day helping Seth. I have to admit, with his critical thinking skills, he's figured it out. He doesn't need me. I did not come up one time this whole entire 3 weeks, which is amazing. And I want to just thank Mr. Sharp and Mr. Baroni, Ms. Stevens, and of course the DeBus Foundation for allowing all children with all sorts of abilities to come and enjoy themselves and learn leadership skills and to become better people. Thank you.
My name's Melanie Smith, and I have 2 scholars, Carter and Michael, over there. First, I wanted to say thank you for the DECATS program because it's an opportunity that a lot of kids don't get to have. But I want to give the bright light to my 2 sons because they're always trying to be better. They have very high standards for themselves, and I think it has a lot to do with the Catholic education that they've gotten. And they're very fortunate. And I love y'all. And then for me, you know, the things getting them here is quite a challenge. And there are 2 people that I want to give the love stone to, because they're sitting right there, and they made it possible for them to get here. And without them, they might not have had the opportunity to come this year. So Pat, their grandmother, and Susie, their aunt, thank you.
My name is Rochelle. I have 2 boys here this year. This is Jordan's 4th year. He's a a GA. And then it's Michael's 2nd year. I wanted to give Jordan the leadership stone because he sacrificed being able to sleep in to get here every morning to be a GA. And then Michael, the intellect stone, because he's learned so much. It's been great listening about everything about Kaboom, but thankfully he has not asked to do anything at home yet. And I also really need to give a red stone of love to Paul Bryce and Victoria Dalton. You don't know how much you helped this year with carpool, because with everything going on with my dad, we wouldn't come. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Minnie, and my daughter Madison is a 2nd-year scholar. This is our second turn at DECATS. Our older child also participated in the program. I want to give this guiding light to the DECATS director, assistant director, and all the mentors, because you've provided this forum to allow my child and my children. I thought this theme was so appropriate, Dare to Dream, because they truly can achieve much more than I think they ever thought they could. And without this program, I don't know if they would have. Madison came home yesterday with her fantasy school, and it was quite a school. Mrs. Stiers, I think in Team Adventure, they were free to design their school, and what a dream it is to think that you could have a student napping lounge and music all day long, Mr. Sharp. And so thank you for allowing my daughter to have this opportunity to dare to dream. And I want to give a heart light and a bright light to Madison, because she truly embraces this program with everything it has to offer, and she's loved every minute of it, and she has looked forward to it all year long. And now that it's over, she's already talking about being a GA in the future, and she's only a 2nd-year scholar. And we also want to thank Mrs. Amsler for making it possible for her to get here, too. She carpooled Madison in every morning. I thank you very much.
This is way out of my comfort zone, but I could not let this opportunity pass without telling my son, Christopher Dennison, how awesome you are. You are amazing. I want to give you the leadership stone because you're the best son, kid, brother, friend that anyone could ever ask for. And thank you. I love you.
My name is Ricardo Bayón, and I'm the father of a wonderful child, Ricky. And I want to award this guiding light stone to Ricky for his leadership and for overcoming all his fears and challenges and finishing all the things that he begins. And last but not least, I would like to award a Heart Light Stone for all the DECATS staff for taking care of all these children as if they were their own. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 2010 Give My Regards to Broadway's version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Welcome to the tale of a delicious adventure in a wonderful land. You've all heard of Cadbury's, Hershey's, and Nestle's, but have you ever heard of Wonka? Wonka chocolate, the greatest chocolate ever invented.
bar. My dear children, do you ask a fish how it swims? No. Or a bird how it flies? No, sir, we don't. They do it because they were born to do it. Just like Willy Wonka was born to be a candy man. You kids look like you were born to be Willy Wonka. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two? The candy man. The candy man can. The candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Who can take a rainbow, wrap it in a sign, soak it in the sun and make a strawberry lemon pie? The candy man. The candy man can. And make the world taste good. Hey! We are civilized. Talk about your childhood wishes. Who can take tomorrow? Separate the sorrow and collect all the cream. Who?
Run the bill. Gotta get around bill, remember? Run the bill, eh?
And now, details on the sudden announcement that has captured the attention of the entire world. Hidden among the countless billions of Wonka bars are 5 golden tickets. And to the 5 people who find them will come the most amazing prize imaginable. A lifetime supply of chocolate.
And as if this were not enough, before each receives his prize, they will be personally escorted through the top secret chocolate factory.
The 5 lucky winners will be escorted by the mythical Willy Wonka himself. The amount of chocolate involved in this competition has relighted the imaginations to incite candy eaters and all citizens around the world.
Already, we have reports coming in that the response is phenomenal. Wonka bars are beginning to disappear from candy store shelves at a rate to boggle the mind. Truly, it is incredible the way Wonka mania has descended upon the globe. tickets already found, there is only one that remains to make the dreams of one lucky boy or girl come true. As the world searches, we watch and wait, wondering where the pursuit will lead and how long the spirit of man will hold up against the strain. Back to you, Glenn.
Grandpa, do you think I've got a chance to find one?
One? Charlie, I'm counting on you to find all 5.
Oh, Grandpa, one's enough for me. Besides, I think one is all we can afford to buy. Well, wish me luck.
Why, certainly, my boy.
Grandpa! Grandpa?
Yes, Charlie? Greetings to you, the lucky finder of this golden ticket from Mr. Willy Wonka. Present this ticket at the factory gates at 10 o'clock in the morning on the first day of October. And don't be late. You can bring one member of your own family with you and no one else. In your wildest dreams, you could not imagine the marvelous surprises that await you. Charlie, you've done it.
Grandpa, it says I can take somebody with me. I wish you could go.
Charlie? Ah, that's good. I never thought my life could be anything but catastrophe, but suddenly I began to see a bit of good luck for me.
I never had a chance to shine, never a happy song to sing, but suddenly the world is mine. What an amazing thing, 'cause I gotta go take.
It's ours, Charlie.
I've got a golden sun up in the sky. I dreamed that we would fly over the moon in ecstasy, but nevertheless it's there that we're shortly about to be. 'Cause I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden chance to make my way, and with the golden ticket, it's a
Come on, Charlie, before I feel old again.
I congratulate you, little boy. You found the 5th golden ticket. Well done. Allow me to introduce myself. Arthur Slugworth, president of Slugworth Chocolates Incorporated. Now listen closely, because I am going to make you very rich indeed. Mr. Wonka is currently working on an extraordinary invention, the everlasting gobstopper. All I want you to do is just get hold of one everlasting gobstopper so that I can find the secret formula. Your reward will be 10,000 of these. Think it over, will you? A new house for your family, good food and comfort for the rest of your lives. And don't forget the name, Everlasting Gobstopper.
There you are. Charlie, we need to get to the Wonka's factory before he closes the gates again.
Let's go, crowd. You're up, reporter. Let's go.
Well, this is it, folks. This is the big day, the historic day, on which Willy Wonka has promised to open his gates and shower gifts upon the 5 lucky winners. From all over the globe, people have gathered here, waiting for the hour to strike, waiting to catch a glimpse of that legendary magician, Mr. Willy Wonka.
This is my
can't believe it. We did it. We're actually going in.
We're going to meet the greatest of them all, Mr. Willy Wonka.
Welcome. It's nice to have you here. I'm so glad you could come. This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you'll enjoy it. I think you will. We have so much time and so little to see. Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it. Thank you. Inside these gates, all of my dreams become realities. And some of my realities become dreams. And almost everything you will see is eatable. Edible. I mean, you can eat almost everything. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hold your breath. Close your eyes. Make a wish. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. No.
Hey, Crown, this is where you go away. You gotta give them a moment. Because you have to get your candy hats on, remember? All the way out. There you go. Here we go. Sorry to step on your scene, Wonka. I won't do that again. Here we go.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Come, the look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it.
Paradise. Simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world?
There's nothing to it.
There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
That's the most fantastic thing I've ever seen.
Fantastic thing the audience needs to see. Okay? Just move out of the way. Step back, ladies. Come on, we can move the chocolate river. There we go. It's okay. Good. Make your butt. Let's go. Okay. It's in the wrong place. It's all right. There you go. Now, if everybody was upstate center, that would be great. Here we go. Upstate center, crowd. There you go.
That's the most fantastic thing I've ever seen.
10,000 gallons an hour. And look at my waterfall. That's the most important thing. It's mixing my chocolate. It's actually churning my chocolate. You know, no other factory in the world mixes its chocolate by waterfall. But it's the only way if you want it just right. A small step for mankind, but a giant step for us.
Look, over there, across the river. They're little men.
Jumping crocodiles, Charlie. Now we know who makes the chocolate.
They're Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas?
From Loompaland.
There's no such place.
Excuse me, but you watch enough TV
Mr. Wonka, I don't believe you.
to know all about it and what a terrible country it is. Nothing but desolate wastes and fierce beasts. And the poor little Oompa Loompas were so small and helpless, they would get gobbled up left and right. A Wayne-doodle would eat 10 of them for breakfast and think nothing of it. And so I said, come live with me in peace and safety, away from all the Wayne-doodles and the hornswogglers and the swazwangers and the rotten vermicious knids.
Oh, Mr. Wan!
Betty believes in them now.
Snozwangers, vermicious canids, what kind of rubbish is that?
I'm sorry, all questions must be submitted in writing. And so, in the greatest of secrecy, I transported the entire population of Oompa Loompas to my factory here.
Here we go. 2, 5, 6, Oompas. Hey, why are y'all so far away? The audience is here. Come on, they want to see you. Come down there. They want to hear you. Go, now go.
Hey, I want an Oompa Loompa. I want you to give me an Oompa Loompa right away. Give one to me now. Hey, wait, what are you? I just wanted one. Just one. Let go of me. I'm telling my daddy.
Here we go, Oompas. 2, and you sing.
Der inventing room. Ladies and gentlemen, the inventing room. Now remember, no messing about. No touching, no tasting, and no telling.
No telling what?
You see, all my most secret inventions are cooking and simmering in here. Old Slugworth would give his false teeth just to get inside for 5 minutes, so don't shut the thing. And now, for your viewing and tasting enjoyment,
Wouldn't it be better if you had that? Oh, that's a great thing. Those gobstoppers, yeah. Hate for you to produce nothing there. You ready? It's you. The machine. Come on. We gotta make another one.
That's not gum. I know gum, and that's definitely not gum. I'm not exactly sure what a gobstopper is, but if it's not gum, it doesn't get into my lips.
Oh, well. We need some Oompa assistant here, okay? She's obnoxious and we don't even want her on the stage anymore. We need to get rid of her. So we need some Oompa Loompas. That's the storyline, really. Some Oompas to volunteer. Someone own it. Some Oompa Loompa. An Oompa Loompa. There you go. We've got some volunteers. Here's one coming on the stage now. There's another one. Okay, let's go. There we go. There we go.
I mean, why do you think I even
Here we
came
go.
on this little trip?
And-
Huh? Because I wanted something no one's ever heard of?
Gum
No,
chewing.
I came for gum! Chewing gum!
And gum chewing fine when it's what's at all. Revolting and wrong. Chewing gum.
And now, my dearest friends, it's time to say goodbye. No, no, don't speak. For some moments in life, there are no words. Run along. Adieu, adieu. Parting is such sweet sorrow. So much to do, so much to do. Invoices, bills, letters. I must enter that note from the Queen.
Hey, what do we do now, Mr. Wonka?
Oh, well, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Excuse me for not showing you out. Straight down the stairs. You'll find the way. I'm terribly busy. Goodbye. I'm whole day wasted. I'm terribly busy, sir. Goodbye to you both. Goodbye.
What happened? Did we do something wrong?
I just wanted to ask about the chocolate, the lifetime supply of chocolate. When does he get it?
He doesn't.
Why not?
Because he broke the rules.
What rules? We didn't see any rules. Did we, Charlie?
I said good day.
Come on, Charlie. Let's get out of here.
Mr. Wonka?
So shines a good deed in a weary world. Charlie, my boy, you won. You did it. You did it. I knew you would. I just knew you would.
But, Mr. Wonka, I don't understand.
How'd you like the chocolate factory, Charlie?
I think it's the most wonderful place in the whole world.
I'm very pleased to hear you say that, because I'm giving it to you. That's all right, isn't it?
You're giving Charlie the...
I can't go on forever. I don't really want to try. So who can I trust to run the factory when I leave and take care of the Oompa Loompas for me? Not a grown-up. A grown-up would want to do things his own way, not mine. That's why I decided a long time ago I had to find a child, a very honest, loving child, to whom I can tell all my most precious candy-making secrets.
And that's why you sent out the 5 golden tickets.
That's right. So the factory is yours, Charlie. You can move in immediately.
And me?
Absolutely.
What happens to the rest?
The whole family. I want you to bring them all. But Charlie, don't forget what happened to the man who suddenly got everything he ever wanted.
What happened?
He lived happily ever after.
Here we go, Mermaid. Who can take tomorrow? Dip it in a tree. Candyman, Willy Wonka can. The Candyman can. All right, cast, wave goodbye. Thank you, beautiful people. I'll turn the stage over to Miss Stephen.
fun and delicious celebration as Willy Wonka. I dare to dream to fall into a chocolate river someday myself. But you know, as a principal, the whole gum thing really gives me nightmares. Okay. I want to thank you all again for coming and for sharing and entrusting your fine scholars with us for these past 3 weeks. What a joy. Come back and do it again next year, won't you? I want to thank the staff of St. Rose, from maintenance to pastor, from principal to teachers and staff on board, parents who are working here as well as sharing their children this summer at the DECATS program. We've had a great time together. I also want to recognize the graduate assistants. They used to be scholars, they grew up a little, and we had a great time together. If you'll come forward, graduate assistants, while I talk, that would be great. They have. You like them, you love them, and we gotta have them. RGA! Might be good, so I'll give these to Courtney to pass out. Thank you, GAs, for giving of your summer as volunteers, giving back to these fine scholars, earning service hours for the many projects you do in middle school and high school. Thank you, and give a salute to your fine audience.